Good afternoon. My name is Scott Cordishi, social media specialist for Brown University Athletics and longtime radio voice of our football and men's basketball programs. With Brown University Athletics' annual senior celebration and awards luncheon canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the athletic department has decided to present senior awards this year to 20 outstanding student athletes from the class of 2020, honoring 4 years of success in competition, the classroom, and in the community. While we all wish we could gather together to celebrate this momentous occasion, we do so this year virtually, and we hope you'll enjoy our show. To start things off, we would like to welcome Brown University President Christina Paxson. She'll say a few words to our senior student athletes. I have to say we're very fortunate to have President Paxson as our leader here at Brown, particularly in athletics. She's not only a strong proponent of athletics and what the student-athlete experience means to the overall landscape here at Brown, but she also genuinely supports our athletic programs and truly wants our coaches and student-athletes to be equipped with everything that they need to compete for and win Ivy League championships. So without further ado, let's welcome Brown University President Christina Paxson.
Thank you, and good evening, everybody. It's another year, another superb group of senior scholar athletes, and once again, you represented Brown with grace and grit, and you excelled in both academics and athletics. It's been a great year for Brown athletics, and I wanted to share a few highlights to start. Women's soccer won the 2019 Ivy League championship, which was amazing. Men's basketball qualified for postseason play for the second consecutive year and won some very exciting games at home. And men's and women's lacrosse both won games at the new Center for Lacrosse and Soccer facility. Many scholar athletes garnered all conference, all district, or all academic awards. And it's been such a great run for many seniors in the room today who were members of NCAA championship teams during their Brown careers. Unfortunately, as we all know, some of you had your final year of competition cut short due to the spread of COVID-19. And I just want to express my profound sorrow that this year turned out in a way that none of us could ever have predicted. I also want to express my appreciation for your engagement with the broader community, which contributes so much to building pride in Brown athletics. I know that many of our seniors have been instrumental in continuing the great partnership with the Vartan Gregorian School, and others have supported various schools and youth groups in Providence. I know that a number of seniors traveled abroad to participate in community service and sports and education projects, and these engagements matter to all of us in the Brown community. They show Brown students take the knowledge they gain in classrooms and competitions, and they take that to further the public good. Now, since I have been at Brown, I've come to deeply appreciate the role that athletics play in strengthening our community. Brown scholar athletes, all of you, are united by your athletic talents and your academic prowess. And you love to share your gifts on the field, on the court, on the ice, on the mat, on the slopes, on the pitch, or in the pool with our fabulous Brown fans here at home and on the road. So, as you leave Brown, please know just how much that has meant to everybody in this community. There are three groups of people I want to especially thank. First, Brown's exceptional coaches and trainers. They are among the most dedicated educators at Brown, and they work countless hours to help our students be the most successful scholar athletes that they can be. And I include in this group Athletics Director Jack Hayes, all of the athletics department staff, and everyone else on campus who works with athletics to support our students. So the second group that deserves thanks, the families of our students for all they did to mentor you and encourage your competitive spirit and bring out your very best. And I suspect that without their love and support, life as scholar athletes at Brown would have been much more challenging. So thank you to the families. Finally, I want to thank our seniors for all of your contributions to Brown. Your experience as Brown Scholar athletes has prepared you so well for life after graduation, cultivating dedication, teamwork, loyalty. These are all important qualities that complement your academic accomplishments. We are so proud of you. Congratulations. So one last request, or maybe two. The first is I want to see as many of our graduating seniors as possible at our postponed commencement ceremony next year. It'll be fabulous, it'll be fun, and a chance for you to reconnect with your teammates and everybody else that you know at Brown. More broadly, I'd like you to stay connected to Brown and to Brown athletics after you leave College Hill. You know better than anyone that it takes a village to build a successful college athletics program. And alumni are an essential part of that effort. So come out for the Bears when they travel to the cities where you live post-graduation. Come back to campus for competitions. You can become a member of the Brown University Sports Foundation and help us strengthen our athletic programs for future generations of scholar athletes. Stay in touch with the teams, be mentors to current students, and support future Brown student athletes just like Brown alumni have supported you. So thank you for being here today, and congratulations on everything you've accomplished here at Brown. As students, as athletes, and as members of this community, I'm confident that we'll come through this period with a greater sense of our resilience as a community. So again, I look forward to seeing you at the virtual degree conferral ceremony this coming Sunday, your postponed commencement next year, and in many, many years to come. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, President Paxson. Our next speaker is Brown's Director of Athletics, Jack Hayes. Like President Paxson, Jack's passion for the department he oversees is unmatched. Every move that he has made in his 8 years here at Brown has been with a singular purpose: to give our coaches, staff, and student athletes everything that they need to compete at the highest level. In addition to the many great hires he has made during his tenure, Jack has also overseen the transformation of Brown's athletic facilities from being among the bottom to now the very best the Ivy League has to offer. Ladies and gentlemen, here is our Director of Athletics, Jack Hayes.
Thank you, Scott. Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for being here with us tonight as we celebrate the class of 2020 and all that those student athletes have done for Brown athletics. We do it virtually for the first time, and certainly did not expect to do this, but it's an opportunity for us to get together and one that we did not want to pass up. We have done this event and held this event on campus from year to year, but now we get an opportunity to do it in a different way. But as I said, something that we did not want to pass up because we wanted to be with you and share with you and recognize the contributions of so many people on our men's and women's athletic teams that have made contributions to Brown. I want to thank President Paxson for being with us tonight, for all her support of athletics. As many of you know, she is a Brown athletics fan on the sidelines at many games, and it's great to have her here with us tonight. Interesting year for athletics, as you know, was cut short, but started out with a Ivy League championship in women's soccer. Throughout the year, we were in the middle of a construction project, which opened in February when the Center for Lacrosse and Soccer opened up. It was an important piece to our athletics program now. And it was open for what turned out to be the last athletics events of the year. We, on a Sunday, we defeated, Sunday, March 8th, defeated the University of Virginia, the defending national champion. And then just a few days later, and that was in men's lacrosse. And then in a very interesting situation that took place with women's lacrosse, we actually played the game that day knowing that the athletic year was going to come to an end. And congratulations to women's lacrosse and to the seniors on that team for leading the group through a tough situation, knowing that the year was going to end, and defeating a nationally ranked Virginia Tech team. So an interesting year, certainly. A year that saw national records from E.J. Perry, a Rookie of the Year awards Coach of the Year awards, and so many great things that took place throughout the year. And unfortunately, a year that ended early. For our athletic banquet that we've held traditionally, we've recognized a handful of students. Athletes of the Year, male and female. Speakers, we have 2 students that speak on behalf of the class at the event. And unfortunately, we're not able to do that in this manner this year. So what we chose to do instead was to recognize 20 graduating senior athletes, student athletes, 10 men and 10 women, for their contributions over the course of their career. And the coaches voted on this, administrators voted on this, and I'm excited that we have the opportunity to share that with you this evening and recognize those 20 individuals. But really want to thank and congratulate all the members of the class of 2020 for everything that they've done for Brown and our athletic department. Your contributions and commitment academically, athletically, have been outstanding. You've done a great job in the community, in the area of community service and representing Brown in a first-class manner. Much of that is spearheaded by our Student Athlete Advisory Committee. And I want to thank Sarah Welch from swimming and Luke McCaleb from men's lacrosse as the co-presidents of that group. And thank all the board members for everything they've done for the Student Athlete Advisory Committee in representing Brown. Your careers have come to an end from a playing standpoint, but we look forward to having you be involved in Brown athletics for many years to come. We hope that you come back to campus and participate as fans and as alums, cheering on our teams, being part of the Brown Sports Foundation. You'll learn more about that over time, but they host many events on the road, and hopefully that we are playing games in the cities and states in which you live and work, and that you're able to come to those events and cheer on the Brown teams and visit with alums and friends and family, so that you can be part of events when we bring Brown throughout the country. Thank you again, and congratulations. Again, we certainly wish that we were doing this in person, but wanted to take the opportunity, even virtually, to be together with you, to congratulate the class of 2020. I want to thank the coaches and the administrative staff, faculty, administrators, members of the Brown Sports Foundation, for everything that they do to support Brown athletics. We appreciate it very much. The athletic department is one which involves so many people, including, and most importantly, the men and women that wear Brown across their jersey. So congratulations to the class of 2020. Thank you for all that you've done for Brown. And hopefully there'll be a day very soon when we can get back together on the campus, and that you are back here in Providence. But until then, we'll be thinking about you. We appreciate everything that you've done again for Brown, and we look forward to seeing you in the future. Congratulations.
And now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Over the next few minutes, I will announce this year's award winners in alphabetical order by last name. In addition to listing some of their accomplishments, we'll also hear briefly from some of their respective coaches. So without further ado, let's introduce our senior award winners. Our first award winner is from the sport of men's basketball. Brown's 5th all-time leading scorer, Brandon Anderson finished his career with 1,405 career points. As a senior, he ranked 3rd in the Ivy League in scoring for the 2nd time in his career, averaging just under 18 points per game, and he scored in double figures in 22 of 25 games this past season. Anderson opened the season in November with a buzzer-beating 14-foot jump shot at Bryant to lead the Bears to a last-second win over the Bulldogs. In his final career game 2 months ago, Anderson knocked down a career-high 5 threes in the Bears' win at Dartmouth College. He finished his storied career with 431 career free throws, 5th best in Brown history, and 152 career steals, also 5th in the Brown record books. He earned the J. Richmond Fales Trophy as the team's co-MVP and will graduate with a degree in business, entrepreneurship, and organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, our first senior award goes to Brandon Anderson.
He's meant so much to our program over the last 4 years. I thought he had an outstanding senior year, really leading our team on the court and off the court. Among the leading players in the league in scoring, assists, steals. He really did so much for us, and an outstanding young man who has meant a ton to our program.
Our next award winner was a key member of the Ivy League champion Brown women's soccer team. A three-time first-team All-Ivy selection, Abby Carcio finished her career ranked 15th all-time at Brown in career points with 49, 16th in career goals with 16, and 8th in career assists with 17. In 2019, she played a key role in helping Brown win its first Ivy title and making its first NCAA appearance since 1994. This past fall, she earned first-team All-Ivy and second-team All-East Region honors while gaining a spot in the NEWISA Senior Bowl while also being selected as a Senior Class Award candidate. In Ivy League play in 2019, she ranked first in assists and fourth in points. As a junior, she earned first-team All-Ivy, first-team All-New England, and academic All-Ivy accolades while ranking first in the Ivy League in points and assists and second in goals. Abby will graduate with a degree in history. Ladies and gentlemen, our next senior award is presented to Abby Carcio.
Abby's a good example of someone who has shown when you invest in the game will invest back in you. She's literally given her all to this program the past 4 years, and she was consistently working to better herself, whether it was through fitness, training on her own, watching video, or just being a great teammate. And not only did she study her own game, but she studied her opponents as well. And she always wanted to know who she was going to be matched up against, what their tendencies are, how they play, and just keys to success for the game. We had talked about winning a championship together for 4 years, and I knew that she wasn't going to leave here without one. So one of the greatest things about Abby is she's just someone who delivers results. So when it came down to who was going to take the PK in the final 30 seconds of the overtime game against Penn, we knew it was Abby. She's somebody who's trained for that moment, who's prepared for that moment, and just thrives in pressure situations. And I'm so happy that we could send her out with an Ivy League championship, and obviously an award like this, because she's very deserving of it.
Next up is a member of the Brown baseball team. A two-time team captain, Rich Chufo was a natural leader and the driving force behind the baseball team's energy and competitiveness this past season. He's led his teammates since entering the Van Wickle gates both on and off the field and was an integral part of positive shifts in team culture. After starting every game at shortstop as a freshman, Chufo suffered a torn ACL the following summer that threatened his playing career. But he returned the following season to anchor the middle infield for every game and eventually led the team in batting average as a senior. Chufo started every game of his career until the final game of this season when he tore his meniscus the day before, only to come off the bench for a pinch hit limping double in his final at-bat, a testament to his drive and commitment to the team. He played a leading role in coordinating community engagement partnerships and will graduate from Brown with a degree in economics. Ladies and gentlemen, our next senior award is presented to Rich Chufo.
He's a phenomenal teammate, and since he stepped foot on campus, he's worked hard every day to make our team better both on and off the field. He started every game until the last game this year in our shortened season, and that was because of an injury, but still came in for a clutch pinch hit double to get a rally going in the ninth inning. And that's kind of who he is. He sets goals and does whatever he can to make both himself and those around him better. And we're just really grateful to have had Rich in our program and for the influence that he's had on those around us, our staff included, during his time here.
Next on our list is one of Brown University's best all-time distance runners. Cameron Daly wrapped up his 4-year career with a lofty list of accomplishments across 3 different sports seasons. Daly was a 2-year captain for the cross-country team and twice earned all-region honors. He was named second-team All-Ivy following the 2019 Ivy League Championship and posted the program's highest individual finish since the 2011 season. Daly carried over his success into the indoor campaign when he shattered the school record in the 5,000 meter by 7 seconds, which was the fastest time in the Ivy League this year. The New Hampshire native qualified for the NCAA Outdoor Regional in the 5,000 meters as a junior and helped the distance medley relay earn second-team All-Ivy honors that previous indoor season. Daly will graduate with a degree in business, entrepreneurship, and organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, the next senior award is presented to Cam Daly.
It was nice to see him really rise up this year and break the school record, have a really nice race at the NCAA regional cross country meet. And the thing that often when athletes are winning these types of awards, that means that their last couple of years has gone smoothly. And for Cam, it hasn't. He's battled a lot of injuries. They weren't the kind of thing that took him out of competition, but they really impacted his ability to prepare. And to see him come out and work so hard and compete so hard when things hadn't gone perfectly, I think is Cam's character in a microcosm.
Now we head back to the hardwood, but this time for the sport of women's basketball. A 4-time All-Ivy selection, Justine Gaziano finished her career with 1,818 career points, ranking second all-time at Brown University and 10th all-time in Ivy League history. In the Brown record books, Gaziano ranks 3rd in career field goals, 3rd in career three-pointers, and 5th in career free throws, standing as the only student-athlete in program history to rank in the top 5 in all 4 major categories. For her career, she scored in double figures 89 times, netting 20 or more points 39 times, and scoring 30 or more 4 times in her career. Gaziano ranked in the top 4 in the Ivy League in scoring in all 4 of her seasons at Brown and became the 6th student athlete in program history to earn all Ivy honors all 4 years. A 2019 academic All-Ivy selection, she earned a Royce Sport and Society Fellowship, spending 30 days during the summer of 2018 in Samoa. She'll graduate with a degree in sociology and plans to pursue a career in the finance industry. Our next senior award is presented to Justine Gaziano.
Well, first, I just want to congratulate Justine on such an incredible career as a Brown University Bear and a great ambassador of the women's basketball program. Certainly, Justine has been a phenomenal player at Brown, and I got to learn a little bit about that firsthand this past year when we were preparing to play against Brown at my former institution. And I remember for a few days before our game that we would purposely work on sending not 1, but 2 defensive safeties back because Justine did such a great job at what we called leaking out. And it wasn't even cherry picking. She just really knew how to turn on the jets once her team secured the defensive rebound. And we were really worried about her in transition. And since I got the position here at Brown, I've been watching a lot of film, learning a lot about the team and the conference, the Ivy League. And I see Justine doing those things against everybody. And you see opposing coaches' reactions and I remember saying, guys, we have to make sure we don't let her get going. She's so good in transition. So I definitely would have loved the opportunity to coach Justine, such a talented player. But it was really fun to prepare to play against somebody on Justine's level. And now I look forward to, getting to know Justine in a new role as opposed to her coach, but as the coach of her former team. And she's once a Bear, always a Bear. And I'm looking forward to having Justine continue to be a big part of our program.
From the hardwood to the ice, our next recipient is from the men's ice hockey program here at Brown. A 2-time All-Ivy defenseman, Zach Chitari has been a versatile and consistent student athlete for the Bears over the last 4 seasons, leading the team in scoring his senior year. He captained Brown this past season and served as an assistant captain as a junior, helping the Bears reach the ECAC semis in 2019 when he finished second on the team in scoring and paced the lineup in power play goals, game winners, and block shots. The Rhode Island native finished with 54 points in 121 career games and recently signed a pro contract with the Hartford Wolfpack, the AHL affiliate of the NHL's New York Rangers. A 2019 Academic All-Ivy selection, Chitari is a three-time member of the ECAC All-Academic team and will graduate with degrees in both engineering and economics. The next senior award is presented to Zach Chitari.
He's definitely one of the guys that I'll always remember, and remember in the positive lights of his work ethic and his tenacity and his dedication to Brown hockey and to Brown University. I mean, he's one of the all-time greats in terms of a player, but even better as a person. You know, he came to us with probably not high accolades as an incoming freshman, but he had a internal motor that really drove him towards improvement and success, and continually got better and better and better, and ended it at the end of last season by signing a free agent contract with the New York Rangers.
And now we hit the gridiron. A four-year standout for the football team, the versatile L.J. Harriott played several positions like quarterback and running back throughout his career, but he found his home at wide receiver, making 27 catches for 464 yards as a senior, despite missing 2 games. The two-time All-Ivy selection hit his stride at the end of the year, with 6 catches for 117 yards and a touchdown in a win at Columbia, and 5 catches for 115 yards against Dartmouth at home. His 17 yards per catch as a senior led the Brown Bears. He finishes his career with 82 receptions for 1,032 receiving yards. Harriott was the recipient of the Brown Football Frederick Fritz Pollard Class of 19 Award, given to the senior who, despite trials and tribulations, continued to demonstrate a relentless pursuit of gridiron achievement. He will graduate from Brown with a degree in economics. The next senior award is presented to L.J. Harriott.
L.J. was a terrific wide receiver for us, a 4-year player, and during my transition as the new head coach, was really pivotal from a leadership perspective. Just a heck of a worker, terrific practicer. So over his 4-year career, he had a lot of numbers and stats, but to me, his leadership was what stood out the most.
Our next award winner is from the sport of women's gymnastics. A senior captain for the Bears, Erin Howell served as a natural team leader who went above and beyond to create a positive team atmosphere. Known for her beautiful lines and execution, she set career highs of 9.850 on the bars and 9.725 on the floor as a senior. A winner of the team's Leadership and Unsung Hero Awards, she has also earned the ECAC Coach's Choice Award, ECAC All-Academic Team Honors, WCGA All-Academic Team Honors, and the USAG Scholar Athlete Award. She's passionate about researching and promoting gender equality, especially the enhancement of women in positions of leadership. She has served as an associate for Brown Women in Business and the president of He for She at Brown, the UN Women's Solidarity Campaign for the Advancement of Gender Equality. Last summer, she interned at Citigroup in New York City and has accepted an offer from the organization as a sales and trading markets analyst upon graduation. She will graduate with a degree in business entrepreneurship and organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, our next senior award is presented to Erin Howell.
Erin's a complete gem. She's the complete package. She's everything you'd want in a student athlete, in a teammate, in a captain. She leads by example every single day. And I think we've been completely blessed to have her as part of our program and to have the legacy that she's leaving behind. She not only contributed as one of our top performers on bars and floor, but she was also our sole captain for a team of 15. So that's a pretty big task that I think only someone with Erin's qualities can really handle and do well. She instilled the qualities of responsibility, respect, and hard work in our teammates, encouraged them to set a new standard of excellence, And most importantly, like I said earlier, she lived it every day.
Now we head back to the sport of basketball for our next award winner. An academic All-American and academic All-Ivy selection, Zach Hunsaker came on strong in the second half of his final season at Brown, averaging just under 17 points per game in the Bears' final 12 contests. He was a 3-year team captain and led the Brown team with 57 threes and 41 steals this past winter, scoring 808 career points in his 3 years here at Brown. Hunsaker saved his best for last, earning Ivy League Player of the Week honors on the final weekend of the season after scoring 20 points in Brown's win at Harvard and then tossing in a career-high 27 in the Bears' victory at Dartmouth. Here in the Jerry Alimo Team Award for the varsity athlete who puts team above all, as well as the Bernie Bonanno Scholar Athlete Award. He will graduate with degrees in economics and Portuguese and Brazilian studies. Our next senior award goes to Zach Hunsaker.
I'm very excited for Zach to be recognized among the rest of the outstanding senior student athletes. Zach has had a great 3-year career and has meant so much to our program and the success we've had, especially the last 2 seasons. I think he is a great leader. He clearly was one of the best guards in the Ivy League. And along with Brandon, they formed a great backcourt, and they really led us, throughout the year on the court and off the court. And Zach's work ethic, his determination, and his leadership skills have really helped kind of advance our culture, of Brown basketball. So, really happy for Zach.
Our next award winner excelled in not 1, but 2 sports here at Brown. Dimitri Jackson competed year-round for football and track and field and left his mark on both programs as a positive and uplifting teammate. He was a 2-year starter at wide receiver for the football team with career best efforts in both catches and yards his senior year. Jackson earned one of the program's top awards at the end of the season, recognized for the person who demonstrated the most selfless play and under-the-radar leadership, and also played an active role in community service activities. He earned a reputation as a big meet performer during the track and field seasons, competing in 3 different events across 5 championships, posting career best performances all 5 times. He was 4th in the long jump at the 2020 Ivy League Indoor Championship for 8th all-time in program history. He also took 4th in the javelin at the 2019 Outdoor Championships. He will graduate from Brown with a degree in urban studies. Ladies and gentlemen, our next senior award is presented to Dimitri Jackson.
Dimitri was a guy who was one of my most improved players over the brief time that I've been the head coach, and he really worked hard to master the system. A very smart player, and master the techniques that go along with that. And for him to do it while playing 2 sports was really amazing to me.
What Dimitri did the last couple of years is really remarkable. He competed for our track team in 2 very different technical events, the long jump and the javelin. Very different types of events, and he did it as a part-time track athlete because he was playing football all fall. And to come in January and pick up a javelin and start long jumping and then get yourself onto the podium at the Ivy League Championship in both those events is phenomenal. And but honestly, what I'll remember most about Dimitri is his presence in practice and competition. If there was something that needed to be done for the program, Dimitri would do it. We were at a competition not on our track, and a lot of times track meets, that requires a lot of officiating. People have to rake the pits, people have to retrieve the shot put, people have to time, all these things. And sometimes they're shorthanded. And I look up and Dimitri is raking the sand pit in somebody else's track to help the meet go better. He had just picked up a rake and started helping out. And so as amazing as what he accomplished actually as an athlete and scoring points for our team in these really different technical events, I think the kind of person he is what really stands out to me about Dimitri.
Next, we head to the sport of women's volleyball. One of the greatest middle blockers in program history, Jacqueline Jacobs finished her career ranked 1st all-time at Brown in career blocks per set and third in career total blocks with 339. She made an immediate impact as a freshman, ranking second in the Ivy League in blocks per set at 1.16. She once again posted 1.16 blocks per set in 2017, ranking third in the Ivy League, and stood sixth in the conference in 2018 with 1.03 blocks per set. As a senior, she suffered the loss of her mother, Laura, a mother to all in Brown volleyball, in the midst of the team season. Persevering through that loss, she helped the Bears tally their most wins with 13 in their first winning season at 13-10 since 2001, while ranking fourth in the Ivy League standings, the team's first top half finish in the conference since 2014. She will graduate with a degree in business entrepreneurship and organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, our next senior award is presented to Jacqueline Jacobs.
She rallied our whole team and kept playing through during a time that was incredibly difficult. And I hope she's really happy with the season she had. I'm certainly very proud of her. Numbers aside, to have that determination and willingness to continue to contribute to our team, to have the continued success that we've been seeing. And so really thankful for her and her family, and just the chance to get to know her. So I think very, very well deserved.
Now we head back to the sport of track and field for an absolute great one. One of the most accomplished student athletes in program history, Zion Lewis, is a two-time team captain, a six-time All-Ivy selection, and a tremendous competitor who performed the best when on the biggest and brightest stage. Lewis was named the most outstanding field performer at the 2020 Ivy League Indoor Championship, as she scored 18 points in 3 events, highlighted by an individual title in the triple jump, which set the league, school, and facility record for the 8th best mark in the nation heading into the NCAA championships. Lewis earned Northeast Regional Female Field Athlete of the Year honors at the end of the season. She completed her career with 9 all-time top 10 program records at Brown between the indoor and outdoor seasons, including a trio of school records in the 60 meters, triple jump, and 4x100 meter relay. Lewis was named an academic All-Ivy selection as a junior and senior, and will graduate with a degree in political science. Our next senior award is presented to Zion Lewis.
I think the one thing I will always remember about Zion is how much she elevated her game in championship events. She would enter a Ivy League championship meet seated third, and in the back of my mind, I would think she's going to do better than that. and most times she did. She just really had an ability to bring it when it mattered. And she worked to contribute to the team in multiple events, every championship event. So she would be doing the long jump, she'd be doing the triple jump, she'd be carrying legs on relay, she'd run a sprint event, and she carried a heavy load every time and always came through. And it was really remarkable to see an athlete just time after time being able to elevate in championship events. And this winter when she won her Ivy League title in triple jump and just had a monster performance, the best time ever in the Ivy League, and 8th in the United States in NCAA Division I. It was really, really gratifying as a head coach to see somebody make that progress over their career.
What do you say we hit the mats next, shall we? A team captain for the Brown wrestling team as a senior, Jimmy Pawelski twice earned All-Ivy honors and twice represented Brown at the Eastern Intercollegiate Wrestling Association Championships. A 2-time EIWA All-Academic Team Selection, he garnered the program's first Art Chakowski Award for Most Promising Freshman on the team. This past winter, he captured the team's Marvin Walensik Award, presented to the wrestler who gave the most back to the university. He placed at multiple tournaments over the course of his career, including the Cougar Clash, Patriots Open, and Franklin and Marshall Open. Pawelski secured a position as an associate at the Wall Street Journal this summer, and he will graduate with a degree in business entrepreneurship and organizations. Our next senior award is presented to wrestling's Jimmy Pawelski.
I want to congratulate Jimmy Pawlowski on this award. He's been a leader to this team for the past 4 years. He's been heavily involved with our community service, working with JA in a Day, Rhode Island, Bartang Gregorian, Beat the Streets Providence. So he's been a leader on and off the mat. He's also been heavily involved with our academic and mentor program with our freshmen, getting them related to the university, scheduling and all that stuff. He's also played a huge role with our social media platform, helping to grow our followers. On the mat, he's been a leader, especially this year. He was voted captain of the team. He had a lot of key wins that helped propel us to victory. He had a huge win this year over an EIWA finalist from Columbia. That helped us in that duel. So, Jimmy's been one these last 4 years that has really stepped up when he was needed to. He came in freshman year, was voted the Artemis Tchaikovsky Award for Freshman of the Year for our program. And now senior year, I'm excited to see where this leads to. He just accepted a job with the Wall Street Journal in New York City and starts there this summer. So big things for Jimmy. I'm really excited about this award that he deserves, and I look forward to seeing what he does in the future.
From the wrestling mats to the Marston Boathouse, our next senior award goes to a member of the women's crew team. A 3-time participant at the NCAA championships, Elena Roberts represented the Bears as captain this past season, earning the most votes of any student athlete during the tenures of coaches John and Phoebe Murphy. Roberts won 3 medals at the Ivy League championship, taking silver with the first varsity 8 in 2019, silver with the A varsity 4 in 2017, and bronze with the second varsity 8 in 2018. A 2-time CRCA Scholar Athlete selection, she helped the Bears win the Ivy League Team Points Trophy in 2017. A member of the Bears' first varsity 8 as a junior and senior, she helped the boat place 11th at the 2019 NCAA championships. At NCAAs, she helped the second varsity 8 place 10th in the nation in 2018, and the varsity 4 finished 13th in 2017. On the team level, she played a key role in allowing Brown to place 8th at the NCAAs in 2017, 10th in 2018, and 9th in 2019. She graduates with degrees in applied mathematics and environmental studies. Our next senior award is presented to Elena Roberts.
Great teammate, great competitor. I never heard an excuse from her all the time. She was here and had enormous respect from her teammates.
Next, we head to the pitch for a pretty talented men's soccer player and singer as well. A senior captain for the Bears, Daniel Schiller gained all Ivy honors twice and finished his career with 23 points in 54 games played. He enjoyed a breakout season as a junior in 2018 when he paced the Bears in goals, assists, and points, gaining United Soccer Coach's 3rd team all-region accolades. Schiller is also an accomplished singer in both the English and Spanish languages and has performed independently as well with the Shades of Brown a cappella group here on campus, exemplifying the creative and well-rounded talents of a true Brown University student. He was named Academic All-Ivy this past fall and will graduate with a degree in International Relations. Ladies and gentlemen, the next senior award goes to Daniel Schiller.
Danny has been great for Brown men's soccer. He's a person that has really improved over his 4 years, and he's taken on challenges and succeeded and ended up being a captain of the team this year as a senior. I'm really pleased for Danny because he put a lot of hard work in to get to this level, and I'm excited that he was able to achieve this award.
We head back to track and field for our next senior award winner. A senior captain for the Bears, May Stern has been a standout competitor over the last 4 years, as well as a compassionate and empathetic teammate who leads by example on and off the track. Stern won the 400 meters at the 2019 Ivy League Indoor Championship as a junior, when she passed the heavy favorite during the final 3 meters of the race, earning the title in thrilling fashion for first team All-Ivy accolades. She placed 3rd in the event at the Ivy League Championship this winter after battling back from an injury earlier in the season. Stern is a member of 3 school record relay teams as well and was the anchor leg on the 4x400 meter relay team that broke a 29-year school record this season. She finished her career with 7 all-time top 10 program performances. An academic All-Ivy selection as a junior, Stern graduates with a degree in psychology. The next senior award is presented to May Stern.
I saw May compete when she was in high school. She's a local kid from Rhode Island, so I was able to see her at the Rhode Island State meet and at Brown Stadium, and I knew immediately that we wanted her in our program. She just brings a level of grit and determination to her competitions that is kind of off the charts. She's somebody who digs deep. And when she won her Ivy League title indoors last year, it was pure will that got her around her competitor the last 3 meters. And that's something that May had a gift to just really go to the well and push really, really hard. She was also a tremendous leader for us, and was somebody that the young sprinters really kind of leaned on over the last couple of years.
2019 was quite a season for the Brown women's soccer team, so I guess it's only fitting that we head back to that program one more time. A 2-time captain for the Bears, Celia Story returned to the Bears in 2019 after missing the 2018 season due to injury, helping Brown win its first Ivy title and make its first NCAA championship appearance since 1994. Story played a critical role in allowing the Bears to set single-season program records for wins, home victories, and shutouts. She converted a penalty kick in Brown's 4-1 shootout win over Monmouth in the first round of the NCAA tournament. She scored a goal in Brown's 4-2 win at Harvard, earning a spot on Top Drawer Soccer's Team of the Week. For her career, the 2-time All-Ivy selection tallied 35 points on 13 goals and 9 assists in 62 career games played. Story graduated from Brown in December of 2019 with a degree in political science and American politics and entered the government consulting field with Deloitte. Our next senior award goes to Ivy League champion Celia Story.
I think of Celia, I just think of buy-in and commitment. And from the day that I came here 4 years ago, she was committed to everything it would take to push this program forward. And she's been a huge part of our evolution and recent success as a program. Anyone who knows Celia knows that she has a great energy and enthusiasm for the game that's just infectious, and it permeates throughout the team. And her teammates and even us as a coaching staff, we really respect her and look up to her, and love her leadership and support that she's provided the program. She was a 2-time captain and actually had a season-ending injury in the beginning of her senior year in 2018, and had to make a difficult decision to essentially defer and come back for a 9th semester. And with that commitment and sacrifice that she made for the program, it's great that we were able to send her out on a high note with the Ivy League championship, and obviously presenting her with an award like this. She's very deserving of it, and I'm just so proud to have been able to coach her for the past 4 years here.
Now, let's take a dip in the pool for our next 2 award winners. First, he was part of a combined 8 program records. Coley Sullivan excelled in both competition and in academics. He received a multitude of academic honors throughout his career and was a 2-time academic All-Ivy selection, a COSIDA Academic All-Ivy at-large 3rd-team recipient, and a CSCAA Scholastic All-American. A leader in the pool, a 2-time captain, was a 4-year qualifier for the Ivy League championships, and was a 2-time 2nd-team All-Ivy honoree. For his efforts during the 2019-2020 season, Sullivan received the program's Most Valuable Swimmer Award. Individually, he holds Brown's 100 backstroke, 200 backstroke, and 200 individual medley records. Sullivan also helped set program records in the 200 freestyle relay, 400 freestyle relay, 800 freestyle relay, 200 medley relay, and 400 medley relay. He will graduate with a degree in applied mathematics and economics. The next senior award is presented to Coley Sullivan.
You can't say enough about Coley Sullivan. He, for 4 years, came in as essentially a non-recruited walk-on as a freshman, and 4 years later, he's graduating as one of the best swimmers in the Ivy League, and one of the best swimmers ever to come through our program. So I think that much improvement, that much growth over 4 years is just a testament to, his relentless drive, his work ethic, and regardless of what he's doing, whether it's, as a leader, as a student, as an athlete, he kind of just does it all. And, whatever he's doing, he does it at 100%. And I got to see it for a year. It was, I wish I got to coach him for more than a year, but it was a rewarding year to work with him and to see how much he did, for the program and leading us. In sports, everybody they like to use that phrase, he's the guy you want with the ball in their hand at the end of a game. Obviously, we don't have balls in swimming, but we've got a lane, we've got a block, we've got water, and he's the guy that you want, behind the lane, behind the block in a big spot regardless of what the event is. His versatility is unbelievable. He's a backstroker, IMer. But he can go breaststroke, he can go fly, he can sprint freestyle, he can even go a little bit of middle distance freestyle. That's what you need him to do. And that's rare. It's rare for someone that can just turn it on whenever you need him to turn it on, regardless of what the event is. He's just been, a warrior for this team for 4 years, and I got to see it for a year, and it was pretty special to watch.
Also from swimming and diving, we find our next award winner. The school record holder in the 200 backstroke, Sarah Welch distinguished herself as a consistent presence at the Ivy League Championships all 4 years of her career. She broke the 200 backstroke program mark a total of 6 times while at Brown and capped off the 2020 championships with her final record hitting an NCAA B qualifying standard. She recorded an impressive 12 first-place finishes in dual meet competition in her 4 years. A 2-team captain for the Bears, her leadership style was respected and understood. Welch led by example in the pool and the weight room, and with kindness and compassion on deck and on campus. If one demanding sport was not enough, she also competed in 3 seasons with the women's water polo team. Additionally, Welch led within the athletic department as co-president of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. She will graduate from Brown with a degree in public health. We present our next senior award to Sarah Welch.
Sarah is the kind of athlete I think that's very, very important for a coach to have in their career. She's beyond just an important senior for us. Athletically, the work that she did here was unparalleled. I mean, she broke her own school record 6 times in the 200 backstroke. And with swimming, when you only have 4 shots over the course of 4 years where you're at your physical peak, to then break that record 6 times means you have, in essence, as one person, you've really redefined the event. And athletically, she kind of set an example where, as a coach, I can point to her and say, you do it that way, meaning you understand the value of hard work, you build a foundation of confidence on that hard work, and then the opportunity to race is just that. It's an opportunity to showcase everything you've done, and you should be excited for it. I mean, you look at Sarah behind the blocks, she always has a smile on her face because she's genuinely excited about the opportunities that she's earned for herself. As far as who she was on the team and who she continues to be on the team through a very unusual spring, Sarah's a 2-time captain for us, voted in unanimously in her senior year, which is an unbelievable thing to happen going from junior year to senior year when you carry a roster of, 37 people. To have everyone say, I want this person to be my captain again, really says a lot. She's always an adult in the room. She knows what's right. She knows how to go about things, and she has a lot of fun with it. So for me, getting the opportunity to work with her over the course of 4 years, I know she learned a lot from me. What I will say is that I learned a tremendous amount working with her as well.
And last but certainly not least, we wrap up our awards presentations with someone from our women's lacrosse program. In the true definition of an unselfish player, Casey Williams asked what she needed to do at practice to help the team win as a junior. From there, it was a turning point in her career, transitioning her into a central piece in the Bears' draw control game. A relentless competitor on the field, Williams was elected team captain for the 2020 season. With a contagious spirit, she was extremely thorough in her preparation and communication, helping Brown succeed. In her senior season, Williams was a key contributor at the draw and was third on the team in goals with multiple scores in 5 of the team's 7 games, including a pair in the final athletic event on campus before the spring season was canceled in Brown's thrilling win over 23rd-ranked Virginia Tech. She recorded a career-best 4 goals twice this season. Through her perseverance and hard work, Williams finishes her career with 58 draw controls, ranking 22nd all-time at Brown. She will graduate with a degree in business entrepreneurship and organizations. Our final senior award today is presented to Casey Williams.
Wow, there's so much to say about Casey Williams. Couple words that first come to mind are fierce, competitive character. She was a captain this past year and certainly led, but she really didn't change anything from what she had done since her freshman year, which is do the work. You know, she would put in extraordinary time every single year. And a story that I remember that really speaks to Casey's character and her competitiveness was she came in one year when she wasn't getting as much time and just said, I don't care about the time. What can I do at practice to help us win? And so she elevated her game at practice, which of course then she got more time that particular year and then made a huge impact. And then by the time she was a senior, was a tremendous presence for us on the draw. We only had 7 games her senior year, which was obviously super tough for all of us because we didn't get to see her full senior year and what could have been. Yet I'll say she made a huge impact in those 7 games, particularly against BC. I think she had at least 3 goals and just was on fire. I would say her competitiveness and fire elevated the team every single day. And she just had this way about her that was ready to do anything. You know, this is the task. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to help the people around me accomplish that goal.
Congratulations to all of our senior award winners this year and to the entire class of 2020. Your continuous efforts, dedication, and commitment to Brown University and Brown athletics have reinforced what it means to be ever true. And that'll do it for our senior award show today. My name is Scott Credici. Thank you for joining us, and go Bears.